Hey everyone, it's a Monday, October 16th, and let's see, Montelibretti is where we're at tonight. And so it's day 22, finished day 22. So we got 3 days left, and getting more and more excited about both entering Rome and entering St. Peter's, where the pilgrimage will officially be over with, but also just excited to get home and so it's all good. It's all a lot. I said last night in my post that I had a lot of mixed emotions, but all of them are pretty happy. So I've had a good time with my companions, and we've spent a lot of time talking about family and all sorts of things. Everybody that is in my they know all about Becky and Al and Jim and Shar and Quay and Jerry and Ava and Braden and Rhett and Reed and Sean and Rennie and Brian and Day and Tim, and it's just like they know all about my extended family at this point, because as we talk about experiences in life, it's these people that have created these experiences, and we talk about it. I can probably name most of Kathy's family, most of Stephanie's family, and they can certainly name most of mine. So it's all been great. It's been a very great experience. And so anyway, we're getting near the end. It's 3 days. We walked today from Ponticelli to Montelibretti, I think is how it's pronounced. It's a hilltop town. It's pretty large, but we couldn't find a lavanderia, a laundromat. So we hand washed clothes today, and so we're spending the night here. It was only about 10 miles, not well. It was about 1,700 feet in elevation up, not that much in down. I think we'll get some down tomorrow, because the end of the day was a pretty good size up ascent. And so we had two big ascents today, hard, sweating, tiring, but the descents were fairly tame. One of the things I've been wondering about is, if you look, ever since we left, we've been passing through olive groves and grape vineyards. And I kind of understand the grape vineyard timing, only because I've been associated with, or been drinking a wine a long time. And so I kind of know when wine, but I've never really understood when olives. Today we actually were walking and ran into some harvesters who were harvesting the olives off of trees, and they do it pretty manually. I mean, basically they put blankets down, and I think I talked about this in a sissy, and then they take this kind of big fork thing and start scraping the limbs, and they fall down, and then they pick them up. And we watched that happen today. We then walked by a place that is the oil press, and they actually give out stamps to pilgrims. So we went in. Unfortunately, the oil press only runs in the afternoon. Maybe it's a timing issue. But we did get to see a bunch of containers of olives that were ready to go to the oil press. And that's what most of the olives here and in the area we're walking in are used for olive oil. The ones that are on the table evidently come from further down south. You could tell me anything, I'd believe it. So yeah, anyway, it was fun. They stamped our credentials and apologized that the oil press wasn't running. And but we just kept walking, and it was only 10 miles. Took us about I guess about 4 hours of walking. We did stop for a coffee break at one point in time, um, and at that time we're staying, both nights we're staying in B&Bs that have kitchens. And last night I said, Ben, I wish we had known what it was going to be like, because we could have bought some bacon and eggs. And one of the things that's kind of lacking is the proteins in the mornings, in terms of, kind of getting you ready for the day's walk. And uh, so today, as we were walking, when we took our coffee break, we happened to take a coffee break right by a market. And I went in, and sure enough, they had pancetta, Italian bacon. And I had him cut up, 10 slices or so of bacon. And we bought a dozen eggs. And um, we're going to have scrambled eggs and bacon in the morning, so that we can get some good eans in before we hit the road for the next day's hiking. So I'm kind of excited about that. Very nicely appointed B&Bs. I mean, they're the owners. It's called B&B 1913. I have no idea what 1913, the importance of it, but the very nicely appointed, nice kitchens, nice utensils. So when I knew we'd stayed with one last night, we're going to stay with one tonight. I knew what I was looking for. So when we were passing through this one town and wanted to take a coffee break, and there was a market, went in and started buying the stuff that we knew we were going to do for bacon and eggs. So that's what I'm doing in the morning for me and my companions. So off tomorrow. I can't think of the name of it. Something close to what we're at tonight, Monte Rondo or something like that. I'll say it correctly. I won't butcher it tomorrow night when I'm doing my video. And then it's Monte Sacro, and then it's St. Peter's. So again, getting close to the end, and we're fine in terms of physically. I'm feel in really good shape. The ladies seem to be dealing with some leg issues, but I think they're bound and determined. They're not going to let them stop them from finishing our pilgrimage. So all is good. And I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Blessings to everyone, all my friends and family. And I think about you every day. And keep sending prayers my way. I can always use good prayers. They help give me strength. And anyway, Kathy's calling. That's the phone ringing. So I'm going to have to sign off. See you later.